Hi, I'm Michelle Stallings. Thank you all for coming out here. Typically, I'm sitting in the audience, so this is a little strange for me, but I appreciate your time and your interest and your involvement to decide among all these wonderful candidates here. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I've lived in Lehi for 21 years now this month, so it's kind of an anniversary. I have 5 children and 2 granddaughters who are wonderful. I decided to run for city council, not necessarily because it's something I've always wanted to do, but I feel it's needed. When we first moved to Lehi, we had a beautiful view in our backyard. There was nothing between us and the low hills, and of course that's changed. Lehi has grown so much, nobody can deny that, right? A lot of things have changed. We need to address the growing pains that we're experiencing. But as we're growing, I felt that our city has been so focused on building up Lehi, urbanizing it, creating silicon slopes, that they've forgotten about the people who live here, the residents who live here. And I'm concerned about the impact on our quality of life. I've seen a lot of decisions being made over the years that have a negative impact on neighborhoods. Anywhere from spending millions of dollars, getting to $1 million of debt to build a new city hall, when the surrounding neighborhood still doesn't have sidewalks. As has been mentioned, we have areas, neighborhoods in Lehi where people can't even get out of their neighborhoods because the traffic is so bad. I'm concerned about safe routes to school. Some kids don't have a safe walking place to.
What is one decision or action taken by the city council that you would have done differently?
Just one, that's tough. I think the biggest one, the most recent one, is probably the Thanksgiving Point area plan amendment. TODs, transit-oriented developments in general, I think that's too much density in one spot. It's going to have a horrendous impact on the neighbors surrounding there, on the traffic. With the amendment, I feel that they should have had more caps in place instead of just 2, though I do appreciate that the city council did put 2 instead of the 1 recommended by the planning commission. I think they should have had retail triggers also. It's supposed to be a walkable community. They need a place to walk to. I think it's just going to add a lot more cars in an area that already can't handle it.
Alpine School District is anticipating a district split on the ballot next year. How would you like to see that split for Lehi?
Yes, that's a great question. I would like to see Lehi, Highland, and Alpine combination. I don't think we should, it's going to sound selfish, but I really don't want to pay for the growth out west. We have Cedar Valley that's going to be huge and very expensive. Lehi is almost there, we're almost done. I don't want to continue to pay for other cities for their growth. But I think it would benefit us to stick with Highland and Alpine.
Similar to zoning, but do you have any creative ideas or thoughts to help with affordable housing?
I do. Some might not be very popular. How long do I have?
60 seconds.
Okay, why are we in this mess we're in? Why don't we have affordable housing? It's a supply and demand issue. The city really doesn't have that much control over it. We have a huge demand. Part of the problem is the tax incentives we put out to get businesses to come here. There's a price, there's a cost to prosperity. And that's one of them. Pause. Hello? Okay. Yeah, so, we got to control our growth. We got to stop giving out these tax incentives. We don't need to do that anymore. There's other ideas. I support the idea of the ADUs, internal ADUs without the exorbitant fees. I think that's great. It gives a place for young families to live. It helps with people's mortgages. There's some creative ideas. One of them that I would love to look into more is to have pre-approved house plans to avoid some of the high fees that the city charges. I know the city's not going to like that because they like getting that revenue, but that might cut down on costs.
So as part of your 60-second, now 90-second closing statement, start with letting us know what you admire, appreciate, or like about the candidate to your left, or to your next candidate. So Jason, Tyler, Michelle, so forth.
Thank you. First, when I compliment Corey, he is such a hard worker. I have been amazed at what he is doing. He is out there knocking doors, walking parades. He is a great candidate, and I appreciate that he always has a kind word to say about somebody, and he's very diplomatic, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate all the candidates. This has been a good campaign, and I've enjoyed getting to know as many as you as I've been able to. Just closing comment about myself. I'm doing this for the residents of Lehi. I could just sit at home and enjoy my life, you know, put up with the traffic, I guess, and the high taxes. But I care about the residents. And one thing I do want you to know about me is that I do research the issues thoroughly. I've been involved in the city. I've gone to the meetings. There's even been instances where I've actually known more information than the city has, and not to toot my own horn, but I do research things and thoroughly and consider them. And I will look out for your interests. My campaign slogan is, because people matter, and that's why I'm running. I think you matter. This is your home, and I think you deserve the best home you can have. Thank you.